Kiddies, what up, what up? Welcome to Primal Screen. This is your host, Nick Graystone. For the next hour, we're going to talk about fantasy, reality, and everything in between. Let's go.
Am I scared? Oh, I am on. Hello, kitties. What is going on? It isn't hot anymore. It's kind of chilly. That's why I'm wearing my hoodie tonight. Welcome to another episode of Primal Screen, kitties. As you can see, the studio tonight is packed with the beautiful, lovely faces and Tony and me. But we do have some special guests, like I said, the lovely Julia Fisher.
Hello.
And Mr. Steve Beery.
Hi.
From the famous Mr. Beery's in Rockaway and Bethpage.
Rockaway's dead.
Rockaway's done?
Reese Rockaway, bought the farm. Could not continue any longer over there, but I missed the people from that neighborhood drastically. They were great.
Rockaway
East Rockaway.
Beach?
East Rockaway, shout out to everyone that lived over there, that knew me. I ran out of town like a thief in the night, but was for my own health and safety. I miss all of them incredibly. They were great people that deserved a Mr. Beery's that I just could not produce it. So,
do you know I never stepped foot in that establishment once?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
It was. It's not your. Well, we should have had the bands over there. We were trying to get it up and running, but it just wasn't enough. And after the pandemic, man, I loved the town. I was there for 10 years. It's not like I just walked in one day and said, okay, I was there for 10 full years in 2 different locations. I really loved the town.
Was it near the beach?
No, it's near the bay, kind of. It's like if you come through for Long Beach and down like Lawson Boulevard.
Okay.
That's Island Park right there at the end, the ocean side.
Yeah.
And then you go, it's like
over the bridge?
1 mile square town. Yeah. Okay. And it's a great place, man. I really dug it, man.
Now, kiddies, don't get disillusioned that it's by the bay, because we all know in Jaws it's still dangerous in the bay because the shark went into the bay in the estuary that time. Fuck that guy up.
You did. And now that only bull sharks can do that in real life, right?
Well, we were talking about a great white.
Dude, you know what?
3 tons of him.
I'm so happy whenever I come on with Tony, and we were just talking about doing a podcast, and when I come on with Tony I go on with him every week, it's like a dog wagging his tail. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm so much more relaxed when I'm in here, and there's
Tony has that effect on you. I mean,
Tony's like,
it's not my tail that's wagging though when I'm near him. It's other parts, like my tongue.
I'm all fired up today, dude. I can't even express to you how much weed I smoked, before I got here. So I'm trying to figure out.
It's so hard not to touch him because he's so close.
He's a beautiful
Usually
man.
We have a
he's
chair
Zen
between
Tony. Us. Zen Tony.
Strangers in the night.
Zen Tony.
I didn't know this was what was happening tonight.
I didn't have
You
no
didn't know you
idea.
were getting serenaded?
I'm scared.
You didn't know you
Don't
were getting
be
serenaded?
frightened.
Zen Tony.
Don't be frightened, Tony. Don't be frightened.
Zen Tony. Yeah, everything about you is cool, man.
It is, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is? The northern lights are out. People are in a weird fucking mood, man. So, we're ready.
Dude.
Let's do it.
So relaxed right now.
Hey, Tony's in a good mood. The Mets, they're doing it, right? That's excellent. Santoni.
All right, so what are we going to talk about? HorrorCon today?
Yes, the main reason why I brought you guys on, because we're having HorrorCon 2.0. But before we jump into the deep end of the HorrorCon, I just wanted to say just a few things before. The Joker Part 2. I don't like to bash movies or whatever. Definitely not the movie I was expecting. It was way darker. The music didn't help. It's a bad script. Joaquin did great, but it still didn't hold up to the original. So if you're going to go see a clown movie this weekend, go see Terrifier 3 because that's opening up. But even so, there's another movie that's opening up this weekend, and that's The Forest Hills, and that's starring me. So you know what? You can come and see that. Which is to say, I'm very proud of myself because you know what? We're supporting an indie film right now, and for us to play with the big boys on the big screen, it's pretty awesome. And we have a sold-out show tomorrow.
Dude.
Pretty sick, right?
You're a movie star.
It's unbelievable.
You're an actual movie star now. That's incredible. That is so cool.
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah, that is. I got a little wood going, man. I'm knocking the board. Yeah, holy shit.
She said,
Holy cow.
A little 9-iron.
Trust me, I'm not going to hurt nobody with this thing.
Yeah, no, neither am I.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. I cannot believe that you're starring. You're the big cheese.
No, I got to give it
You're the big cheese.
Come on, I got to give
You're
it
the big cheese. Okay, don't blow up my spot, Nikki.
All right.
Okay.
When Papa says.
You're my hero.
I'm the
Jesus
queso.
Christ. Take
I'm
a
the
little
queso.
credit.
All right, I appreciate it,
You
Papa.
deserve every accolade you ever got. Let me tell you something, just so we can be clear. Nicky is the hardest working guy in show business right now. Right up, and let me tell you, we had Larry on the other day. Larry, right up there, man. Holy shit! And I got some real big guys floating around that circle. Nick, congratulations.
Thanks,
I'm so
Papa. I
proud of you.
appreciate that. I really couldn't have done it with all the the talent that was around me. They really, Chico Mendez. If you see once you see the movie, which I guess I can kind of blow up the spot.
Are we going to?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
All
This
right.
is my show. We can talk about anything we want.
Okay.
There's going to be a special screening of The Forest Hills at HorrorCon.
Are you kidding me?
And I'm not kidding.
How come no one told me this?
'Cause
I didn't want to.
to.
It was a surprise. But you know what? For the people that are watching right now, to the millions and millions,
The
no, I'm
eon,
only kidding.
the
To the
countless
6 people
hordes.
that are watching right now, I'm kidding. That at HorrorCon there is going to be a screening of The Forest Hills,
Yeah.
and it's just really. I want my friends to see it, and I want people to. Just to put it out there. So hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Am I allowed to put this out? Because look, we got a feature film that no one else is getting to see. We're the first guys.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I'm
We're
not kidding.
premiering your movie. We're
Kinda.
premiering your movie.
Kinda.
And hopefully your soundtrack as well.
Yes, the soundtrack is going to be available there. I'm going to have a bunch of them at my
Is
table
Demon
and stuff.
Scar on that?
Demon Scar.
Yep.
We have 2 songs on it, and I have a solo song on it.
Holy cow! How do we not get that? How were you on my show 2 weeks ago?
I
And
gave
we-
you a copy.
Yes. I remember that part, dude.
He probably broke up like weed on it and stuff already.
I think he's really
Things you do with a
excited.
compact disc
Holy shit! I got to be told everything every
instead of listening to it, all the other stuff.
Yeah. For those people who've been following me for years, this is Alzheimer's, Steve, brought to you by Old Age.
It's okay, Pop. I knew
Holy
eventually
shit.
you'd realize that you did have it, but
Dude,
that's okay.
I am all kinds of excited now. I don't even know what featuring a premium movie. Can I don't want to digress here, but I'd like to get back to just to going in circles here. First, can we introduce Julia properly?
she's been Julia's
Hey.
been working her ass off with promoting, and she actually birthed the HorrorCon concept. And like, Julia, how did this all start with HorrorCon? Like,
So I think I did mention this on the show last year when we, the first year that we started it. This came from Bad Movie Day every Saturday at 3 p.m. at Mr. Beery's. It still happens. But, basically it's just a few of us that get together and watch these bad movies. And we were watching Alien Preachers, which is how we got our first featured celebrity. And we had a couple of drinks, and some of my friends found her online, commented on her Facebook. And,
Alien tribe. Sorry.
Yep. No, that's okay. I love your voice. Anyway, long story short, the guys bet that I couldn't like get a hold of this person, and I'm like, well, I was drunk. I was like, let me message her on Facebook, and she responded. So we set it up.
Shit, we got
and then I was like,
something going.
wait, now I got to have like a reason for her to come to Mr. Beery's. Oh, vendors. Let's do vendors. Oh, let's movies. Oh, and then he said, contact Nick Graystone. He's into horror. I'm like, okay, it's a whole thing now.
It was just a big marriage waiting to happen of like the talents of everyone that we threw in a big conjuring ball of whatever you would call it.
It's become an event that is about artists. It's about the gathering of artists from all crafts, whether you cook, whether you act, whether you create physical art. It's about that.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Last year, we had a pretty cool turnout. We had, like you said, Aliska Hahn was there, and we also had Ron Milkey from the original Friday the 13th. And he was a last-minute ad, actually, right?
He was last minute, yes. Aliska's agent got a hold of him to come through because he was right in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And they were both just such nice people. He gave me such a huge compliment at the end of that. He's like, you've really got something interesting here, He said it wasn't anything that he had experienced, so it was cool.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Like, Zozo still talks about it. Zozo sat at the table. For those of you who don't know who Zozo is, go fuck yourself. Zozo is my lovely daughter, and she actually worked the table with him. And
she's a good kid, boy.
She's great, right?
Yeah, I really impressed.
She's the star, dude. Like,
you ain't kidding.
She's the one.
She brought out. She did the pictures. My wife still got the pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She bought all the pictures from Zozo last year. Yeah, that's right. That was awesome.
Just great stuff. Question back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in circles because I have the attention span of a moth.
That's fine.
You were talking about the Joker before. We're gonna circle right back, Jules. The Joker. Did you like the first movie?
I loved it.
Okay.
I thought that Joaquin Phoenix was excellent in the movie. I love that version of the Joker. Like, wasn't the best Joker that I've seen. I really like Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
I don't think there's any.
But then
you gotta write. You write the darker side of this stuff, or whatever you're making contemporary. Like I'll tell you what, we had
the original guy too.
We had a discussion one time about. I got some friends that are huge film guys and snobs, some of them, and the argument was, moving up the ladder of Batmans. So the first one with Jack Nicholson, like really dark and spooky and shit, but still cartoony at the same time. Still, cartoon like drawing stuff like. And this, then the second one, by the time we got to Mr. Freeze, these guys are like, oh, but they didn't do this. And okay, dude, I took my 7-year-old to see the Mr. Freeze version. And nobody loved the guys in the hockey stick. So stop shitting all over everything that's good. And I'm okay with that. So I have a little problem with adults bogarting the cartoon world. I kind of got, it's okay to have dark comics and all of that made for dark guys and adults, and that's cool. But the Joker thing, I always think of the Joker as, maybe I think of him as Cesar Romero every time.
Yeah, Cesar Romero was a great Joker too.
And the darkness of Batman, like the only character they really change in Batman is kind of like Batman. Everybody else is pretty true to form.
Except for the Joker, they really do change him throughout the years.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I think the darkness of the character really came from Heath Ledger. Once Heath Ledger did it, and the world got darker, I feel like that character, also in the comics, there's dark sides of him, I guess, but not many people know that. Right. But in cinema, once Heath Ledger went to that place and did that, because he was phenomenal too as the Joker,
right.
But I feel like
different movie.
They wanted to show.
I don't understand. My problem is, okay, let me get to the crux of my real question here. Is
who's the best?
No, not who's the best. Like, what is the Joaquin Phoenix Joker really about? I don't get it. I was
Mental health.
Yeah. Okay. So that's. Yeah, I didn't. I was having trouble because I wanted. I went there to go see the fucking Joker fight a bad guy with villains.
No.
Yay, kicking out windows and
He's
knocking
fighting
out
himself.
teeth and shit.
Yeah, no, he's fighting himself, man.
I want to fight myself. That's what I do before I go into my own bed. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't need to watch this guy's breakdown. I went to the movie to go get entertained.
So this one is even darker than the last one.
I heard a lot of shitty things about it already.
Yeah, and you know what? I take this from one of my guys that I look up to, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith will never talk about movies that he doesn't like because he just rather celebrate movies that he loves and tell people, hey, go check that out. And I'm not telling people not to go see this. I think that the Joker one before this was so good that you have to go see this just to see where they go with it. Yeah. Hey, for me, it wasn't for me, but maybe someone out there they might like.
I'll tell you what. Because I'm a Batman guy. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
And as I watch the other one, I hated the other one, and I'm probably gonna hate this one worse.
Yeah, probably.
So, but
if you hated the other one, then
but it's not like I'm not.
Yeah.
But I need to witness it so I can at least critique. I can't critique it without seeing it. So I watched.
You're not going to have to wait too long, I don't think either. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be on digital pretty
Be out
soon.
in your
Tomorrow.
toilet as soon as possible.
There's a great possibility that. So I was talking about this Terrifier movie that's coming out because Art the Clown is really taking over like cinema right now. He's like the new deal. He's the new not saying like the new horror icon, but he's close to it. And this weekend there's a possibility that one of the independent films like Terrifier 3 can actually overtake the box office and beat the Joker. So that would be unfucking believable.
What's the name of yours again?
The Forest Hills.
The Forest Hills is going to overtake it. That's what I think.
If we ranked in the top 10, man, that's a wet dream. I mean, come on.
Now, doesn't that also address mental health, Forest
Yes,
Hills?
it does.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this.
It does.
Isn't there a surprise screening of Forest Hills?
It is. It's actually this weekend. It's at HorrorCon.
It is.
Batman! I should have been the fucking Joker.
You are the fucking
That's why next I want to be the next episode of Batman. I would like to be the Joker.
I think I could get you a job definitely at Schmidt's Farm with me. Papa! He could definitely be Papa to Otto.
I'm in.
Otto the Clown. Actually, you want to show that picture, Tony?
Yeah, what, we got
Speaking of Otto, because we are going around in circles.
This one?
Yes. This is a picture of me and Zozo this past weekend at watching Steve go nuts on the monitor right now. It's pretty awesome. Well, anyway, this is a picture of me and Zozo at the haunt this past weekend. She played Bunny's Otto, and I am Otto the Clown. And Otto comes from when my mother was pregnant with me. My father told her that he wanted to name me Otto, and it made her cry. So I was like a tribute to my father. I'm like, I got to name myself fucking Otto the Clown because Otto the Clown is not a serious fucking guy. He's a mental patient, and that's my clown.
Great getup.
And that's, and like Zozo, she nailed it. She was so good this weekend.
Holy crap.
She was dancing around, doing her thing and her shtick, and yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That is awesome, man.
She looks great, right?
Just to have that picture, it's awesome. No matter what, that is so cool. Like, think about being her at 40.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like right now. I mean, this is something really special. That's a great shot, man.
Thank you.
But I'm at that point in my life where everything makes me tear up now.
Right?
I can't watch diaper commercials because I'm going to be in them soon. I can't. I can't.
It depends.
Oh, yeah. Listen to me. And can you tell I worked in a bar for like this long? Like I sound like an old bar guy.
You're all the way up. You've got all the energy. You're all the way up. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
yeah. Usually this time of evening, I'm on my sofa couch playing Monopoly on my phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 9 o'clock. I know.
But you get out of bed before noon every day. That's not my thing. I'll be at nap time, but I do noon to 4 nap. Then I do until midnight, then nap. Then I do until 4 in the morning.
This is like your afternoon right now.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it, baby.
I get up at 4 in the morning every day.
Is that right?
Yeah, I gotta go to work by 5, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's weird. I have a weird schedule, but
Wow.
yeah, it's
How do
pretty
you
crazy.
do it all? I mean,
I
you're
don't
just
know.
a force of nature, like just
I do
entity
it.
that goes everywhere.
I do it until I can't do it, and then I regroup myself, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the tale of Nikki.
Well, you're amazing.
Thank you very much,
Tale
Julie. I
of
appreciate
Nikki.
it.
And I'm really
Graystone.
happy to have you as a host for HorrorCon again.
I'm happy that
I was
that
ecstatic
Steve-
when you said yes in July, and
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Of course. We wanted. So speaking of which, we do have a special guest for HorrorCon this year. You want to take the?
Take the reins.
yeah, our special guest is here. So this was also stemmed from our bad movie days at Mr. Beery. Patty Mullen from Frankenhooker. She was Elizabeth Shelley in Frankenhooker, and yeah, we're gonna be doing a Q&A with her. You're gonna get the opportunity to meet with her, hang out with her. You could get one of her autographs, her signed autographs, and yeah, so that's happening at 2:30 on Saturday.
She's
Do we
very
have any
excited.
pictures of her? Does anyone know what she looks like?
Patty Mullen?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, Tony, you got a picture of her?
I didn't send
Hey,
one.
hey, Tony, do you have a $5 bill with Abraham Lincoln's signature on it? Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Tony, do you have a paper clip?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, I don't see it. This is the same thing I do when I'm on your thing. I don't see it. I don't know what's happening, Tony.
So Patty Mullen, before she was in Frankenhooker, she was a model, and like she was found by Henlotter, who's the director of the movie, and she plays a great like physical role in the movie and everything, and it's way over the top.
That's what I like about her, though. To see a woman in the early '90s with the physical humor.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
really enjoyed her spirit in that movie.
Yeah, no, it's funny as hell. Like she's really a cool person. Even the other day when I was talking to her, I met her before at one of the conventions years ago, and I just remembered, her being like very down to earth and like kind of like speaking my language. She's a East Coast girl. She's from Staten Island originally, and the way that she like just talks, she still has that accent and everything. Like she's us, Nice. So I think she's gonna go over really well.
She's a good-looking girl. Tony got up there for me. I'm like 15 minutes behind. Holy cow!
Yeah, she's beautiful, Patty Mullen.
She really is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having her come down. We try to get other guests
You're
this
open.
time,
You're
but
gonna take a run at that, Nick?
what's that?
I said you're open. You're gonna take a run at that?
No. I have to be professional. I'm her driver for the day.
Holy shit! You lucky dog. She's a really pretty woman.
She is. She's great. She's
Yeah,
great.
That's great. And you've met her before?
I did.
Okay, this is nice. I did not know that you had met her before. I'm learning all kinds of stuff tonight.
Even talking to her on Facebook, she was very down to earth and really cares about her fans, and that's cool.
I didn't get to meet anybody at the last thing. I was just kind of off in the distance, like letting you run everything. I didn't get to meet one person.
It went
You
by
will
so
this year.
quick.
Huh?
It went by so quick
Yeah.
last year.
I want to
it
meet
was
Patty
all day.
Mullins.
Yeah, she'll be there. She's gonna be there.
Patty, if you're listening, I want to meet you. I own the bar. I used to be cool once, okay? Look,
She's gonna love you.
Well,
She's gonna
everybody
love
at
you.
Mr. Beery's wants to meet her
know.
because we have watched this movie not once,
Yeah.
not twice, but like 5-6 times.
yeah, now we all know the dialogue.
I've
you
been
know.
watching this movie since the early '90s. Like ever since it first came out. Like back in the day, like once it was like on VHS. I must have rented it probably like 100 times.
You know which one I was like? This is weird. I guess everyone's got their own weird. I guess this is because of Patty Mullen, I'm guessing. Because she really is a smoke show. So just give one more plug to Patty. My guilty pleasure movie was Barbed Wire.
Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson.
My wife still yells at me from when I let Greg watch it when he was about 6. Come here, watch the movie with me. Want to watch the movie with Daddy? Yeah. Oh, man, I wonder why that kid's traumatized. Holy shit. Come on upstairs. Daddy's watching a movie. Son, I apologize to everything I ever did to you. I love you.
No, I love Greg. Greg reaches out to me sometimes and just randomly texts me about movies and stuff. He's like, yo, did you see this? And then we'll talk about it for 10, 15 minutes, and then
you know what?
The conversation just
my
ends.
good friend, you always see all the artwork that goes on. And at the bar, all the cartoons. That's Barry Goldberg. He's a good friend of mine. And I've, been hanging around with since I'm, knee-high to a grasshopper. And Barry's a killer cartoonist. So he's a movie buff. I would love to get over, but he knows every movie ever made. And he has to buy a copy of it. So it's not like I said, hey, man, you feel these channels, I got all these great movies on there. He's got to have a hard copy.
Like a DVD?
Yep, he's got to have one. And he watches all kinds of weird stuff. And because of that, he's got a great relationship with his sons that are all movie buffs because of this. And me and Greg have the same thing going on, but I have never been able to break the seal of older movies with him.
Yeah.
Greg, when Greg knows movies, he knows the dialogue of every one of them that he likes from head to toe. But he doesn't delve deeper into find out where the art came from. For me, watching guys that get to the point where they get to, you got to watch the older stuff to get to there. So me and him only watch the big. We went to a movie all the time when he was a kid. We would go anytime something new came out. We would go, bring up the Batman thing. He loved that movie when he was a kid,
and he's never going to forget that he went to go see it with you.
Right, but the part that I'm talking, me and him talking about, that's why, because I watch his eyes light up during that movie, and he's still the same guy. If he's talking with you about movies, he knows you like the fucking spooky stuff and all that shit that he digs. He's on it, yeah.
I talk about it all the time. I was on a podcast the other day and we were talking about favorite horror movies of all time or whatever, and it's reminiscing about the times that my old man took me to go see that shit. Horror wasn't my father's thing, but he took me. Yeah. But he also showed me his movies, and he loved Smokey and the Bandit. He loved the Dirty Harry movies.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't get Greg to watch the ones that are really cool to me.
Yeah.
To get him to understand why some of the ones are cool to him.
My father tried to show me the John Wayne stuff. I just never got into it.
Yeah.
But that was his deal.
And I'm probably the same age as your father, so I do that. But I'm the next. I'm a Western guy.
Yeah.
So I love spaghetti westerns. I'm that. If their mouth's moving in the wrong direction, and the noise that the gun, where the gun goes, and there's always just because there's no blood doesn't mean it's they shoot up 35 guys.
Maybe this is a movie you should show during one of these Saturdays coming up, Julia.
Yeah.
A spaghetti western.
Yeah,
we can do it with spaghetti western, Dave. Lately, we've actually been switching up genres a bit, where it doesn't have to necessarily be our setup criteria for bad movies. But we'll do a horror movie day. We could do a spaghetti western day. Sure.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Me and Greg do a big budget movie, guys. If it's whatever's going on, it has to be seen on the big screen.
Yeah.
So we just went to go and see Dune together, and it was great. We had a blast.
I didn't see the new Dune. It was good.
Yeah. It was. Look, if we're gonna critique movies, okay. If you watch the first Dune, okay, the first movie, okay, unless you read Dune, which I was fortunate enough to have done. Okay, and it's a difficult read sometimes. Like there's fucking 6 books, you know, and like by the time you get to the big payoff of Dune in general, yeah, it gets pretty dog shitty by the end. You know, you gotta wait. You know, the payoff. The juice isn't worth the squeeze on reading all 6 of them. You know,
Is it kind of like the Lord of the Rings type?
Yeah, but it's
My boyfriend actually read the Dune series,
Yeah,
and he says that some shit happened where like the main character turns into a worm, and that's where it gets weird.
Yeah, so but the first 2 are pretty much what the movies are. But
So
if you
the
didn't
first
read
2
them-
books.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm saying there's 6 books,
Right.
and they only made 2 fucking movies.
Right. Yeah. If you watch the first,
gonna get
the
worse.
first movie, and you read the books, it kind of leaves like it fills in like Lord of the Rings. There's guys that critique that and go, well, they left out this. Okay, buddy. Okay, you don't remember that, and the guy Peter Jackson who made that movie, whatever he left out, you didn't need, and whatever you missed, you filled in your own head.
Dude, I mean, I don't know what the fuck Lord of the Rings left out because
Right, it's fucking perfect.
It's
a
like
perfect movie.
9 hours of fucking time. Like I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy.
No, I'll tell you what. Again, when I was 14 years old, I think I found a copy. My friend Noonan had brother was reading it when we were kids. I think I swiped it from him, or he turned me onto it. Somehow, I got a hold of a copy of it and read it when I was a kid. And, you know, like 14, like when you're supposed to read it, you know. And
The movies do it justice.
like I said, if you read it, it was like watching a dream for me, because whatever I forgot about that book came to life on the screen.
That's awesome.
I thought that movie was incredible. So Dune is a more extreme example of that for me. Like Dune, if you read the book, you know, the way they leave out a whole bunch of stuff, like the intrigue that goes with it. There's a lot of really spacey, you know, backstory going on in there between, you know, everything's a gimmick to everybody. Like everybody's a bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're all, you know, so you don't catch that as much in the movie, but you can, you know, the Benny Gesserit's talking shit through your mind and shit. All of that stuff is better explained with the book. So your brain fills it in the first one. In the second one, you know, the new one, technologically and shit, it's beautiful. It's unbelievable to watch, you know. But you know, visually stunning and all of that stuff. But a little, you can't do Dune without doing it for 9 hours right. And they were trying to do it right.
It's a long thing.
So you know they need. Like, they missed a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Speaking of cool movies and stories, I actually have one of our sponsors' novels here.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good segue into
So
that.
I don't know if it, where am I? Where can I show it?
I'll
Okay.
show the graphic.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So this
Let
is
me
a
see
book
this.
by Gina Falke called Princess de Gina, and it has a little bit of everything in it.
Is
It
this
has,
her on the cover?
That I believe that is her. Yes.
All right, Nikki taking a run at everybody. Yeah. Is she driving in your car too, Nickel?
So she found me through 8 o'clock shot, and she offered to donate her novel. Got to speak to her a little bit.
I shouldn't pull this one apart then, because I'm trying to read it. Is it any good? Did you read it yet?
I have not read it yet, but I plan to. Once I'm out of the HorrorCon loony bin, I'm totally going to read this.
You'll be going hard. That's the thing, you know. Like you definitely gonna need a vacation after this.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah, you
one.
put a
My
lot of
boyfriend
time
paid
into
for
this.
a
Let's have-
vacation to
Hey, let's
Virginia
have
and everything.
everybody
It's
out there
gonna
in
be great.
TV land, let's have a hand for Julie.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I want you all, make sure you clap. You're sitting in the chair right now having a soda. Clap your freaking hands, okay? You got nothing else to do.
Thank you. Oh,
There
thank you,
go.
Tony.
Yeah.
That was the finest clap I've ever heard. So
I think
yeah.
that Tony's got gadgets. Oh man, I'm gonna use them this week, man. Tony's got gadgets.
So I got to talk to Gina, this author, a little bit once she came in to drop off her book at Beery's, and she wrote this entire book and I think two or three others during COVID, and then she got into writing this screenplay, and she's got a screenplay that's getting produced. So big shout out to Gina and her enthusiasm for horror stories.
That's awesome. I can't, so she's going to be there on Saturday.
She is not able to make it because she's actually getting ready for a book signing at Barnes & Noble in Carl Place on October 26th. So she's got a bunch of events that she's in, but she gives us her full support, sponsorship.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yes,
that.
thank you, Gina.
Gina rules.
We also have a bunch of other sponsors that we'd like to mention for HorrorCon. Duvel. Duvel Beer. Is it Mike pronouncing that right?
666, baby.
666. That number sounds so familiar.
Weird for this, right?
It almost sounds satanic.
Let me tell you something. I think it means 6.6% alcohol.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, but it's also
The devil's piss.
Duvel means devil, and Duvel. And the cool part about this, about the Duvel 666, is it is 666. If you drink a regular Duvel, like you get two, and you're starting to rock
Starting
a
to
little
feel
bit.
it?
If you like
Get
to have
one horn up?
Yeah. Bink. If you want to, if you this is the Duvel 666. We got it on draft, or do we just tell the bottles? Oh, this is
the
regular.
bottles.
This is the regular Duvel. Okay, disregard everything I just said.
We did have the 666, but we
Okay.
just have the regular bottles
Yeah.
for now available at HorrorCon.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't drink anymore, but I might force one of them down because I just love them. Beep.
And then we also have Barrier
Barrier.
Brewing.
They're
Yes.
over in Oceanside.
Local. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Cool.
That's a local beer. Not quite as far away as Belgium. They're right over in Oceanside, which is, we mentioned East Rockaway, which is right around the block from there. Actually,
else we
like
got
the
going
next
on over there?
the next driveway over, and they have been supporting a lot of Beery's events for a long time.
We also have Shiner.
Shinerbach back in saddle with my good friend Kenny Portucelli. He's back in the on the team again, and we're so happy to be teaming up with them. That's
We are
gonna be-
actually going to be doing a special on Shiner during HorrorCon. So we will be doing a power hour where for $10 you get the Stein that comes with the Shiner.
Oh,
and
wow.
you get to drink as much as you want for the $10 in your Stein.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So that's how long is that for?
for an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah.
Power
Polar.
hour.
Yep, power hour.
Poliner. Poliner Munchin.
Yeah.
Poliner Munchin
yeah,
is
we have
another.
their Pilsner on
Munich.
tap right now.
Put on a Munich. Munchin. What's it say, Munchin?
Oh, Munich.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It says. It looks like it says Munchin. I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
for our Spanish friends.
Omegang.
Omegang, yes.
Omegang.
Omegang. Omegang's is
Omegang gang.
they're the guys that
gang.
import the-
Omegang. Gong gong gong.
They import the Duvel. They're the guys that they also have Duvel in their portfolio. So they're a great company. They're actually recognized by the Belgian Ale Society as a Belgian ale, even though they're in America. They're from upstate
Where's
New
the
York.
green?
Oh, that's Trumer Pilsner.
Truma Pilsner.
So we did have this on tap at one point, and it got great reception. It's a Pilsner from California, and it's super light, super easy. We've got it in the bottle. We could sell it during HorrorCon.
I wish
Yeah.
they all could be California
Be-
Pilsners. And we also have awesome Italian cuisine from Cornicello. That's my good friend Christina. She's going to be serving up
Yeah. She's
delicious.
She's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, she's
I've used Christina for a couple of other Beery's events, and she never ceases to impress us.
Yeah,
she's
no,
great.
she's cool. She's
You know,
definitely
and
cool.
she's really fun to be around too. That's a
Yeah.
that's a big bonus, you know.
It's awesome.
You know, somebody
We
always
have a
brings
good
me a plate of food, even though I try not. It's nothing I can eat, you know. So I'm like, oh, I can't have 700 of these sausages. Yeah, she makes everything too, you know. So it's
Yes.
so everything's handmade. You know, where everything
It's
came
delicious.
from. She makes the pasta. She does the whole.
She's
Yeah.
doing some cool stuff this year, like she's making it extra spooky.
Can't wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was showing us some of the stuff that she's going to serve.
Who
in
else
it.
is going to be there? Gail.
Gail Kiesling, she is going to have a bakery stand. She's going to be doing her stand is called Cursed Confections. So
That's-
she's going to be making dessert handhelds.
Nice, nice.
Crimson Culture Tattoo is going to be there. That's my friend Crystal. She owns that shop. So she's going to have some cool horror art. Stephanie, that's Mogwai, Moping Mogwai.
Yeah, Moping Mogwai on Instagram.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Crystal and Jocelyn. They're my friends. Crystal owns the tattoo place.
The one over in Hicksville, was that hers?
She used to be in Hicksville, but then she
Right.
moved to. She has her own shop now in
bless her.
Massapequa.
All right.
So she's going to come down.
She was telling me about that the last time. I haven't seen her for a very long time.
the last
Great.
year she was at
She was at the last
HorrorCon.
horror con.
yeah.
And then she said, next time you guys have this, she wants in.
Yeah, she's great people. Love her.
She's actually tattooing me on next Tuesday.
Is it
right?
that
Yeah.
Beetlejuice getup?
That's mine. That's going to get. So I'm
That's
getting
awesome,
tattooed.
man. That's a beautiful piece. I mean, it just looks like that character is staring right at you, you know?
So, like, we were on a train going somewhere, or coming from somewhere, and she was saying that she wanted to start doing, like, girl versions of horror icons. So she's like, you have any ideas? And I'm like, yeah, why don't you make a Beetlejuice girl? And then, like, about a month later, she's like, hey, I got this, like, idea. And she drew it, and she sent it to me. And I'm like, and she's like, I'm going to put it up on my page. And I'm like, for what? And she's like, oh, well, whoever claims it gets it tattooed on them. And I'm like, don't you even dare post this, because I want it. I bought it right off the spot. Like, it came out amazing. Like, it's Beetlejuice, but a girl version of Beetlejuice. And it's like, I fell in love with it. So
You'll also find that in our raffle baskets. She actually donated that exact piece to us, along with a couple of her handmade stickers.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we have, who else? Oh, we have Psychic Readings, right, from
Yes,
Jessica?
we have. So she's another vendor we've used a few times at Mr. Beery. She's great. She's awesome. She's insightful. Her name is Jessica Robinson, and she is a psychic artist. So not only can you get readings from her, but you can also purchase her art.
Very cool. I'm going to be bringing down some of my personal collection that's just overrunneth, that I don't have
Overrun it.
I don't have room for anymore. So I'm going to have vinyl and some cool little prints and stuff. So that's going to be there.
Cool horror shit.
Yeah, cool horror shit.
Awesome.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do that whole day? Nothing. Everybody else did all the work. I didn't do anything for this event.
You're going to meet Patty Mullen.
I'm gonna meet
That's
Patty
all
Mullen.
you have to do.
That's all I got to meet
obligated.
Patty, and I'm backing right off. She's gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, I'm not going with Nick now," but
That's okay.
I'm backing right off, okay? Because you're my pal.
No. Come on, Papa. It's okay.
I'm married, Nick. It's you know, I can't. No matter how much she wants me, I can't do it. You know, I have to go to my Zen Tony. I got to go to my Zen Tony place. That's how I'm going to defeat that.
Because we are running around in circles tonight, I have to mention some people that have passed away since the last time I've been on here. John Amos, at the age of 84, famous for his Coming to America role, Good Times, and Lockup with Sylvester Stallone, one of my all-time favorite guilty pleasures. We also have Ken Page, who is 70 years old. He played Oogie Boogie in A Nightmare Before Christmas. 70, you know, it's kind of on the young side of things when you're nearing that number.
Yeah, you betcha.
Right. We also have a controversial figure, Pete Rose, was 83. So
Put him in the hall.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Hall of Fame, Tony?
I think it doesn't matter now. It's almost a
slap in the face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. If I was his family, I wouldn't let him in now.
Yeah, like go fuck yourself.
He's in the Hall of Fame more than any other player,
Right.
and he's not in.
You know what though? He's in the WWE Hall of Fame, and that's where it matters. He took 3 tombstones in 3 WrestleManias consecutive from Kane.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that's where he deserves to be.
Charlie Hustle.
Yeah, you know you can't take away his performance as a player. It sucks because now you turn on any station with sports and they have those fucking apps with all the guys promoting it and whatever, and you know Did he gamble against himself or whatever and tank games?
He never gambled against himself. He always bet on his team, allegedly.
So-
Allegedly. And, like,
Can't
dude.
you can't prove anything.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. They didn't like him. They didn't like his attitude or whatever, and they didn't like that.
All I like, look, one, and unfortunately it goes back to Mountain Landis. Okay, just for those guys that are baseball fans. Mountain Landis puts the moral turpitude clause into the baseball contract. So that's why he's not in. If, Lawrence Taylor, I think it was fucking a dog, and still in the Hall of Fame. And rightfully so, he's the greatest player that I ever saw.
Exactly.
Okay, a privilege and honor to watch
Amazing on
Lawrence
the
Taylor.
film.
I don't care if he
I'm
was
not a
snorting-
Giant fan, but I loved watching him play.
Him snorting dope off a hooker's ass means nothing to me. Okay, he was the greatest football player.
He did
I
that
ever
on his
saw.
own personal time.
Right, yes. right.
He wasn't snorting on the fucking field.
Yeah,
Unless he was, he was. you know?
It's
Can
none of our
everybody-
business anyway.
Exactly.
I take some shit at face value. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, what does it have to do with you doing your job? Okay, and look, there's a whole bunch of things you can. Does anyone not think that? And I'm just going to throw this out. I get punched in the face for this, but does anyone think that Bill Cosby wasn't funny?
No.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
very funny.
Right. Okay.
What he
I'm
did
sorry.
wasn't funny.
I don't
to,
want
like,
him.
all his victims
He's
and
canceled
stuff,
now.
but-
We're never going to see Bill Cosby again.
No.
And poetic justice. Someone said because look what he did to the Little Rascals. Okay, they're funny too. Okay, stop canceling shit. Stop,
They're canceling everything.
Yeah. Fuck.
So, coming around back to my circle, our circle.
What does it have to do with Pete Rose? Why don't you care about Pete fucking Rose?
I just don't.
Sorry, I'm sorry. So if I went on a tangent.
So there's a lot that's going on at HorrorCon. Just swinging back to HorrorCon over here.
Okay.
All right, you got Patty Mullen at 2:30. You've got availability to the vendors starting at noon. After Patty Mullen, I'm trying something new here. I've never done this before. But I've built a game for everybody to play, and it's RPG-like. It's kind of a scavenger hunt. So basically, at 4 p.m., you're going to have to figure out of all the suspects you get to see and read about, who killed Dr. Kevin Mundy, creator of Frankenberry. And, the whole game brings you through the steps. I have a game moderator who you can go to for any questions, or if if you need to hand in your answer. So I don't know, giving it a shot. I'm pretty sure, somebody's probably thought of this already to have a game like this.
No, it's gonna be fun.
There's probably a reason why it's not done in bars, but there's a big grand prize, and it's something for
It's participation.
Yeah, it's an immersive game.
Yeah, no,
She's
people
been working
it's
so
good.
hard on this thing. I cannot even see how this will not be a success. She's put so much time into this, and it's so creative and so interactive for everybody. There's no way that this can fail. It's just that much fun. I'm totally stoked. Totally stoked.
I'm really stoked too, and I'm stoked to do it at Beery's. I've
The
always
CBGBs of Long Island.
right, but Beery's has always had something for everyone, and that's
This sure
kind of
shows
how
it.
I've created these events to be.
Yep.
Something for everyone, whether it's the vendors, whether it's playing the immersive game, or talking to the celebrity and being inspired by her. And we even threw in a musician, a good friend of of Mr. Beers from the Blues Society, Zen Bach.
Oh, Zen Box Point, right?
And he will be performing some spooky blues and horror comedy.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about the
He's
screening
a
for the
fucking
movie
trip,
too.
Zen
Yeah,
Bach.
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, know him a long time. I know him like 30 years. He's a trip, man. I can't wait to see him perform.
He sounded interesting talking to him
he's-
online. I haven't met him in
exactly,
person yet.
But when you see him, he looks exactly like you think he looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds how he looks.
Yeah. He looks exactly like you think he was. He's got pointy eyebrows and
Yeah.
He's a character.
I liked
man.
his enthusiasm for the horror scene, I've always been a big fan of horror, even though, my parents are not. We were talking about that, how we watch different shit than our parents.
Absolutely.
But I could see that enthusiasm, and that's something that everybody who I've partnered up with to create this, that's what they have in common, is the enthusiasm for their craft.
That's what brings the whole event to be special. So,
Zantoni.
all right, so we're gonna. I have a song that I have to debut this week. It's by my friend's band Sincere, and it's featuring my drummer from Demon Scar, Mr. Jared Nichols. It's a song called Bottomless, and we're going to listen to that right now, and we'll be back, and we'll be putting this episode to bed. All right, that was Sincere featuring Jared Nichols of Demon Scar. Man, I tell Jared that he's going to be singing for Demon Scar full time. He's a sick drummer, but he's even a sicker vocalist.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah, his melodies and that, it just brings the sound together for any project or anything that he puts his voice to. So great job on that, boys. I really do love that song. So part 2 of Saturday night is going to be Tom Bennett's birthday, headlined by Cover Me Bad. There's also going to be Stephanie, who's Moping Mogwai. She's going to be doing an acoustic set. I believe Aaron Harris is doing something. Myself, I'm going to be doing a small solo set. So That's going to be the Tom Bennett birthday bash going on at the second part of this epic Saturday that we had. And
what's the name of Bennett's band? Is Bennett got a band?
Oh, Bennett's band is called Margaret Thatcher.
Yes. Kill Margaret.
Yeah,
Thatcher.
Kill Margaret Thatcher or whatever. I think that's the name of it.
Something with Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret
Yeah.
Thatcher's severed head or
Yeah,
something.
Something like that.
Margaret
Yeah.
Thatcher's severed head.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And that's with my good friend John Castiglia, who is Tommy's brother-in-law, is on guitar.
That's the big guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
He's in Death Proof with me.
Proof. Okay, yeah.
So, they're actually playing their first show on Saturday.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to fucking mention that.
See, that's what I'm here for.
Thank
Nick.
you. Thank
That's
you.
what
You
I'm here
reeled me
for.
in.
They bring me around for something. Not just to be talking about Zentoni.
Zentoni. I met a girl named Zentoni.
And suddenly it seems.
So I'd love to sit here all night and sing melodies and play with Tony's penis, but I cannot do that because
Going to the gay bar, gay bar.
I'm actually going to see a screening tonight of Terrifier 3. It's at 10:10.
Oh, tell me how it is when you see it.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
I want to see it too.
So I'm going to end this Primal Scream on a positive. Want to wish Jimmy Carter a happy 100th birthday.
Ooh.
Sir, you definitely put in your time, and it's okay right now. You're in hospice. If you do want to go into the light, you will give us federal employees a day off. So we do appreciate your 100 years.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Carter. And I had to say that for one of my friends, Mike. He always gets pissed at me when I mention that, and he says, "How dare you talk bad about Jimmy Carter because you just want a day off?" And it's not true, but it's a day off.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. bad president, but good
Hell
guy.
of a model American,
Just a
right?
good guy.
Yeah, you can't hate Jimmy Carter.
Oh yeah, like if you do, we made everything he ever did. But because I remember, I was 18 when he was president. And you just felt like America had been deballed. It feels kind of like today, like someone had severed your nuts. So when everyone complains about, oh, Ronald Reagan, okay, the guy comes along and whatever he did after he became president,
He found those balls of steel and he put them
you
back
guys all,
on.
here you go. Here's your balls back. Now you guys can be dicks again. But right now, here's your nuts back. And
He went to the Statue of Liberty with a big bass ball.
Everyone's going to
stuck it in
everyone
there.
will talk about it. It was still 9% unemployment. Yeah, but we had balls again. It didn't matter. And guys were printing fucking
We're
money.
9% unemployed, but 91% balls.
Yeah. Yeah. The general level went up by 50 pounds.
All right, Julia and Papa, thank you so much for being a guest on Primal Scream.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. I am Nick Graystone, and you're not. Have a good night, kiddies.
Thank you for listening to Primal Scream. I'm Nick Graystone, a.k.a. The Nizza. Each week, Primal Scream is produced by Tony Walker and executive produced by Demon Scar. Always remember, nobody writes your story but you. Later.